So if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by clicking on the PayPal link in the description box, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Also, leave us a thumbs up. It helps us get more views.
The Soros, Obama, Clinton machine, plus the deep state. What are they about? They are ahistorical, non-critically thinking lunatics controlled by the Soros, Obama, Clinton machine and the deep state.
But Larry Pinckney, a founding member of the original Black Panthers, not the new George Soros-funded KKK-style group, but the original one, Larry Pinckney joins us. Again, the book, Saying No to Power. Thanks for coming on with us.
Well, thank you, my brother. First and foremost, I want to begin by saying I want to send my love and my strength to a number of people with InfoWars. That's Darren McBreen, David Knight, Roger Stone, Alexandra, and of course the entire InfoWars crew. Our job is very, very difficult. Our job calls for us to, how shall I put this, have an intensified dedication to the liberation of all of our people, black, white, brown, red, and yellow. And I want to make something perfectly clear, crystal clear, as Stokely Carmichael used to say, crystal clear, all right, that we are not dealing with anti-fascists, all right? We are dealing with neoliberal fascists. They are neoliberal fascists. Stop accepting the narrative of these neoliberal fascists. The Soros, Obama, Clinton machine, plus the deep state. What are they about? They are ahistorical, non-critically thinking lunatics controlled by the Soros, Obama, Clinton machine and the deep state. And what is their objective? Their objective is to revise history in their own image and ultimately to destroy our nation. I say no to that. Our nation has many problems, but it is our nation. And that is what we meant in the original Black Panther Party when we said all power to the people, be they black, white, brown, red, or yellow. Do not succumb to the neoliberal fascists. My brother, I'm sorry, I got a little carried away.
No, please do it, because I'll jump in any time. This is riveting truth. In fact, the establishment calls themselves neoliberal. You're using the real term they use in political science that I've not even heard in years. I'm glad you brought that up. Explain what neoliberal is, and they've got an admitted plan.
Right. Neoliberalism is essentially, and I'm going to be very blunt, is essentially an ideology, or what I call an idiotology, an ideology that says we are going to push a certain narrative that says we're open and free, when in point of fact, it's just the opposite. They are not quote-unquote liberals. They are neoliberals. They are, and what do I mean? New liberals in the sense that what they want to do is to control the narrative of all people, black, white, brown,
that's
red,
right. They're
yellow.
getting rid of, exactly. Martin Luther King is the anti-neoliberal, and that's why he got killed. He wouldn't, because he said it's off what you do, what you stand for, who you are. True individualism. Right. Well, no. They want to control language. They want to divide everybody. It's a scientific plan.
Right. And you know, let me be blunt about some things. One, many of us, including myself, by the way, did not support George W. Bush or Barack Obama. But we did not call for either of them to be assassinated. Think about that. But here we are in the 21st century, in the year 2017, and they're calling for the chief executive, whether you like him or not, to be assassinated. This is manipulated, deep state manipulated insanity. That's why I
exactly. How can people claim they're anti-establishment when the entire power structure wants Trump dead only because he's just simply doing what he wants to do? Whether he's good or bad, he really is the president right now. And unfortunately, let's skip this one break, but no more today. Unfortunately, though, it looks like he's starting to cave to the pressure, and I can't blame him, but, man, this is crazy.
But whether he caves to the pressure or not, I hope he doesn't, but if he does, we the people, black, white, brown, red, and yellow, we the people will not cave to the pressure.
That's right.
The vomit stream media, and I repeat, vomit stream media, they are liars. They have been liars since as long as I've been alive. I remember them lying in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, and they're lying even more. And then they talk about Boston. Boston! One of the most racist cities in this country. Boston, Philadelphia, New York. Three of the most insidiously racist and actively racist cities in this nation. In this nation. Not the South, the North. All right? Let's get real, brothers and sisters. Let's understand what time it really is. That's all I have to say, my brother. That's what.
Well, did you know that Robert E. Lee was more popular in the North after the Civil War than he was in the South? And I don't want to get into the stereotypes, but they're usually there because part of it's true. I never heard racist talk until I traveled to the North, and I'm not bashing great folks in the North. It's just that it was like an embarrassment, racism in the South, and like the whole Christian ethos was, you know, we've been bad, we can't be bad. And the liberals have hijacked that to then guilt folks to go along with their agenda because people are actually listening a lot of times in the South. Though there is some racism here, obviously it's bad. It's tribalism, you know, divide and conquer. But when I found to the North, all the sides have been turned into racist against each other as a tool of control, and it's so obvious and it's so idiotic. And the Democratic Party acts like Donald Trump or myself or somebody are behind these Confederate statues. Those statues are Democrats. And all I'm saying is I hate the Republican establishment as well. It's just nothing is what they say it is.
The key word is establishment. The key word is establishment. That's why the White House, whether you like it or not, is hated. Who is it hated by? The establishment. Who are trying to take the White House down? The establishment. I'm not saying that Trump is this great whatever.
Sure, but you can't exactly. But you cannot ignore the reality that the evil establishment that's murdered millions and is putting the stuff in the vaccines and dumbing everybody down, that they literally are acting like Trump is the devil. Oh, well, why do they hate him so much? Well, he got out of TPP that they'd set up outside of law bipartisanly. He's getting out of the carbon tax that's meant to make us poor. He's doing all these things they hate.
That's right. That's right. And you know what? How come we never hear about Robert W. Byrd? Huh? That Democrat, that Hillary. No, I didn't say Hillary. I said Hillary Clinton. You know, that same Hillary Clinton who called black people super predators. Oh, yes. Wake up, people. Wake up, my brothers and sisters. Be you black, white, brown, red, or yellow. Wake up. Do not be duped by this insidious, and I do mean insidious effort by the deep state, by the Democratic Party and establishment Republicans to destroy every decent ideal that this country has stood for.
Let me ask you this then, Larry Pinckney, again, founding member of the original Black Panther Party, who, again, the media misrepresented what they said, what they did, just like they do to me. They say I'm calling for violence. I'm calling for the opposite. But they say I'm trying to organize a revolution, and violently they're the ones trying to organize one in the government, these corrupt elements. Larry, big picture, as I've been asking the questions here, but big picture, how do you think it's going globally? Where do you see things going in the future? What's your gut tell you about where we are as a society?
My gut tells me that where we are as a society, is we are at a very definitive moment, historically speaking. We are at a crossroads. We will either allow ourselves to be duped and taken in, just like so many people, including black people, have been taken in by the so-called Democrats. You know, that party that Brother Malcolm called Dixiecrats, the racists, the ones who are responsible for putting in and praising people like Robert Byrd. Who was U.S. Senator Robert Byrd? He was not only a Klan member and loved by Hillary, he was a Klan recruiter. Come on, stop it, people. We need to wake up. Now, globally, I see people, oh my God, they are waking up all over the country. all over the world, I should say.
So people are
globally.
waking up to globalism, undoubtedly.
Yes, yes. But in this country, we need to link it all together and understand that the name of their game is to divide us against each other. You know, they talk about fascism. They are the fascists. The Soros, Obama, Clinton machine and the deep state, they are the fascists.
And Larry, I totally agree with you, but let's say back in the 60s or 70s when attacks on blacks were at record high levels, still, even if you're not anti-white, if you're going into a racist white area, you've got to know there are people that want to come after you. What do we do then when the left then hypes up white Antifa attacking white folks, and they get black folks to go out? The new Black Panther Party says, don't rob in your neighborhood, go kill a white person. Then that starts happening, and then white people that have never been racist start going, well, what do we do? What do we do? And then I don't even know what to do because I know it's all a plan to control us. What do? You
defend yourselves. Be you black, white, brown, red, or yellow. To black people, my brothers and sisters, to white people, brown people, red people, yellow people. Defend yourselves, not only physically, but psychologically, huh? Don't go for the ghost. Don't go for the ghost. In other words, don't be fooled again, like The Who, the song by The Who. Don't be fooled again, okay? And don't let them play us off. Any differences that we have, we can work out and will damn well work out for ourselves. For ourselves. We don't need the deep state, the government. You dig it? We don't need the Soros.
And Larry Pinckney, I've talked to all the big insiders that are patriots. They say that's it. They said, listen, the establishment's there. They're not even a party. They're in control for at least 100 years. Kennedy's problem was he tried to actually be president, and he wasn't perfect either. He had problems. Lord did he. But the point is he actually tried to be president, tried to cut taxes, tried to have real civil rights, and they didn't want that, so they killed him, just like they killed Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy and all the rest of it. And so it's the same thing again, and it's so incredibly obvious that they're just doing it again.
Right, and we must not let them get away this time. This time must be different. This is the 21st century. This time must be different. My brother, we must not, none of us, black, white, brown, red, or yellow, we must not let them get away with it. We are not fools. We may not have PhDs, but that's probably why we're not fools. You understand? We must not let them get away with it. I say all power to the...
If you're interested to learn how to create content and spread content, we'll show you how. Go to the Operation How YouTube channel, click on the About button, and then click Message. Send us an email. If you want to engage, become an info warrior, we will train you up.
If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon below the video to get notified when the latest new content drops.
Keep us in your prayers. We get a lot of resistance for putting these videos out, but to Yahweh be the glory.